What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Banner Report podcast. I am your host, Cody Adams, and as always, I'm joined by Steve Crowley and Jacob Pierce. We are coming to you on July 23rd, 2026, the middle of the dog days of summer, guys, and, you know, it's widely considered the worst time in sports, unless you're into the Red Sox. Basically, everybody who's in the sports world is having a bad time, except for Boston Red Sox fans, and us, I guess, that qualifies as us. But there is some news to wrap up here in the NBA. But before we jump into that, how we doing, boys?
I mean, shit, I'm doing better than half the fucking employees at ESPN that just got laid off so that they could pay Pat McAfee $60 million.
Yeah, Ryan Clark being the headliner.
Carl
gets cut.
Ravitch, I can't remember how to say his name, but he was there for 33 years. He was one of the original anchors, and shit canned him too. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, and people are attacking Pat McAfee because he just got re-upped for one of the biggest sports media personality deals ever by ESPN, and people think that in lieu of that, and there's probably some truth to it, that, you know, these are the reason for these layoffs, these mass layoffs. But I don't know.
He's got to take a pay cut like Brunson and keep the team strong.
Yeah, I mean, I can't blame the guy for taking the bag.
No,
like,
I can't.
If you can offer the bag, I'm gonna take the bag. Like,
yeah,
he's a great punter, but
yeah, he must bring in crazy numbers too. Like I'm not too up to date on all of it of why he got it, or honestly, I just don't watch ESPN anymore because it kind of sucks. But so like honestly, I kind of just saw the news and I was like, that sounds like it sucks, but I'm not really even diving into it. But I just assume he must. I doubt they're just paying him just because they like him. he must do numbers.
He's got a 2-hour daily show or something like that.
The Pat McAfee show. It's going to be the biggest thing ever.
Like on a subscription base too for like the third and fourth hour. So it's like not censored. It's wild.
He's a big sports personality, and that's what people pay for. I don't listen to Bill Simmons because, you know, he has experience in the game. It's because I like his personality, and, you know, he has a lot of knowledge about the sport. Pat McAfee is very successful, very good at what he does. He's huge on College Game Day, which I think ESPN has really sort of focused on the college football expansion as like their sport for the future. Not, you know, they thought it was going to be UFC, but UFC got, you know, sent over to Paramount.
Which, thank you.
So yeah,
it's been very easy to watch now. I've very much enjoyed it.
Free, no more having to pay $80 for, like, you know, a card, which is always a risk. And yeah, I feel weird because, listen, I know his, like, I like the guy. I think he's very good at what he does. I think his fan base is a decent portion of it that are a bad portion, are the type of sports fans that I don't love. Let's just say that. But he sells, so I never want to shame a guy for making the bag, and it's not his fault that the company, like, is failing. I mean, I think ESPN is straight up
they just bleeding. They bought NFL, the rights to, like, the NFL, like, and now, like, all of a sudden they're laying everybody off. It's like, well, how does that go hand in hand? Like, if you're gonna spend the money to buy that product, wouldn't you want more anchors to, like, be running that? And, like, wouldn't you want to keep Ryan Clark, a guy who played, like, what, 12, 14 seasons in the NFL, there to, like, talk about it? Like, I don't.
He is pretty invasive in his own right, Ryan Clark. Like, you know, he has his own podcast. He's no stranger to controversy. But obviously he's one of the most brilliant defensive players to ever play the game. So he has a valuable insight. And yeah, he was a victim of layoffs. Who amongst us, you know? It's not like ESPN is really at ESPN. The entity is bleeding money, and I think it's probably the dying days of a what was the biggest sports media outlet on the planet. The data and information is you get it from so many different sources now. You don't have to go to one place, depending on your slant. And they can't, you know, that they're just going to be a victim to that. They are owned by Disney, you know, who has infinite money. One of the biggest, probably the biggest entertainment company on the planet.
Disney's the second coming of the of the people that print money. What was that? The Federal Reserve? They're like the Federal Reserve's like cousin. It's like, all right, they print money over there too, which is a little different. That's all.
Don't ask Pat McAfee's audience who prints money in America. They might have some bad opinions on that. Anyways, yeah, it sucks, and I think some people are calling him. I forget. I read some prominent athlete, I think, said something about this correlation between Pat McAfee's extension and the layoffs. And Pat McAfee handled it. He's like, I don't appreciate that. That's not fair, because it's not fair to him.
No, I mean, somebody offers me $60 million, I'm probably going to say yes to. Like, I don't think it is what it is. If they decided that I'm worth $60 million and they're going to lay people off, then that's their choice. It's not mine.
Listen, with the media personalities that ESPN employs, Pat McAfee is not in the top 5 and people who are deserving of pay cuts, in my estimation. I'm looking at you, Stephen A. Anyways.
I mean, does ESPN ever actually die, though? Like, we're talking about this is going to be, it's like they're on their last leg, but like, even on their last leg, they're the biggest. They're still the biggest. Like, they're still bigger than Bleacher Report. Like, they're still bigger than Fox Sports. Like, I don't see any of those overtaking them.
No, I mean, I don't think it's going to die because it's owned by Big Pockets. Big Pockets won't let it fail because there was a major acquisition for them. Disney's not going to let ESPN fail. But they were the biggest, and they employed the biggest and the most, and they were a massive organization. And they're not that anymore because of X, because of Bleacher Report, because of every other outlet that you can get it from.
Yeah, and they only get such a small portion of games now. Like they don't like they're not as much of a hub anymore. Like they're just kind of one of the streamers, and they'll probably survive that way. But yeah, they're gonna have to lay a lot of people off because they're just kind of one of the streaming services now. They're not like the go-to.
Everybody, all these big mergers and acquisitions, it's across the entire industry. It's not just ESPN. It's Paramount, Netflix. There's people. A lot of these big companies where people with big names would know are being bought out, and so. But everybody's fighting for eyes, and there's so much variety that you're never going to be as big as what you thought you were going to be. Like the inflation of it all has to come down at some point because it's so spread out. Yeah, and you're seeing that across all entertainment industries. So,
I mean, even like they got SportsCenter on at the gym when I go, and like I'm watching. It's like, all right, they do the top 3 plays now. They don't even do top 10 anymore. So what?
I didn't even know
that.
Like
we're cutting down the top 10 plays, which is like one of the highlights of the show. For like
probably the only one left.
For Stephen A. Smith yelling at me about like LeBron James should be a Golden State Warrior. Like I don't. Like sure. But, like if he doesn't want to go there, like why are we yelling about him going there? Like I don't. If it's clear he's not gonna.
Like, but I don't. Even with Stephen A., it's kind of hard for me to be mad at the guy for making as much money as he can for not having a real skill. I mean, Lord knows we're fighting for as many eyes as we can get on our little show here. There's a billion other NBA culture, sports culture podcasts. We're all fighting for it, but it's
he's like different than Pat McAfee because Pat McAfee seems like he has a crew that he's going to treat well, whereas like Stephen A. Smith, one thing you can hate on him as far as that it seems like every person he works with, he kind of backdoors and like gets him out of there. You know what I mean? Like he kind of gets people out of there and fired. Where Pat
Skip being the biggest one, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman got screwed. Yeah, Max was like probably one of the best ones, honestly, out of all of those. And then because he's kind of took his boxing commentary kind of style of debating.
I do love Max. Also Kellerman. Rapping. I don't know what it is. I just love Max Kellerman too. Yeah, I mean, Max Kellerman's a hell of a sports personality. I don't even listen to his podcast, and I
enjoy him whenever he talks with like Bill. Like every once in a while, Bill have him on, and I'm like, I gotta listen to this. Like,
if Bill and him did a podcast instead of Rich Paul, I'd be in every single episode. I think those guys have immaculate, whereas Bill, who is prone to grandiose overreaction and sometimes borderline absurd statements,
be like, no,
but Kellerman beats him out. Even Bill will play the straight guy in those podcasts, being like, "Are you sure?" Because Kellerman's prone to making, give me Iguodala type shit, takes. So
yeah, you're right. I mean, it's fun to listen to Kellerman just debate with people. And like he even said, like, "Hey, Stephen A. wanted me out of there because like I was giving him the business a lot of times, and he didn't like that." Like,
yeah, and now it's
like he's not even like. Like sometimes you watch it and it's like he's not even like committed to what he's saying. Like he doesn't even do any research. Like he was saying something.
It must get tiresome to be that way.
It's like he's talking about like soccer and he doesn't even like know half the players. He's talking about players that aren't even on the team anymore, and during the World Cup, it's like, dude, like there's one sport going on right now, and like you can't take like 15 minutes before the show to like do a little bit of research here. Like,
listen, it's hard. It's hard to be you can't be a master of all.
No, I'm not expecting you to be a master, but like to take 15 minutes before, like you're making like millions of dollars to talk about sports on TV, and you can't take 20 minutes before to like check this out. Like this isn't us bullshitting after we all worked our fucking full-time jobs after, and I didn't get a chance to see the Argentina versus Spain like World Cup because I had to go fucking grocery shopping. Like this is your job is to talk about sports, and you're still fucking it up. Like,
yeah,
and you're the highest paid personality in all of sports, and you still fuck it up like this.
Yeah. And it's not like if I were to question what my ultimate point is, even with the Stephen A, which I deem an overpay, right? Hard for me to knock him, not his fault. And I wouldn't even say it's a misstep. He is the only thing that sells on the fucking network besides Pat McAfee, who just got re-upped. So like, it's I can't even qualify it as a financial misstep. I think it's just an industry. The Jaylen Brown trade in a weird way, it's like, it's probably really bad, not really bad, but it's bad vibes for sure. Everybody here hates it, and who knows what the product on the court will look like next year. I don't think you can consider it a win now move. Like it doesn't make the Celtics any better by getting rid of Jaylen Brown, but it's the reality of where we live now. Nobody wants to pay that second apron tax. Nobody. And nobody is. The Thunder just made it, and segueing into our 3-team trade here, the Thunder get 3 second round picks in return for shipping Lou Dort off to Atlanta. And Re-Upping goes to Dallas, and everybody now is under the second apron. And it's not because the Thunder think they're a better team without Lou Dort, because they're not.
Yeah, they have so many second-round picks.
Well, they have and they lost Isaiah Joe this summer. Who else did they lose? They lost, I wrote it down.
Wiggins, too.
Aaron Wiggins, Isaiah Joe, two guys that play actual roles on their team, and they're relatively cost affordable. Not anymore.
To be fair, who's the kid they got from Philly?
McCain.
Yeah, to be fair, McCain kind of fills in like both of those roles, like once he's like fully ingrained in their system. Like,
I don't expect the Thunder to be any worse, don't get me wrong. No. But like, they are taking risks from, elevating younger guys to a bigger role.
Because like with the second apron, when you start losing draft picks and stuff like that, that's when it starts to kill you. And that's what they're really looking at. They don't care about the tax because they're going to be a deep playoff team every year. They have no problem paying the tax. But if you want this to be sustained for a long period of time, you need draft picks, especially with how much you're paying Jalen Williams and SGA. And you just paid Hartenstein too. And Chet's coming up on getting paid, or Chet already been paid. So like you need draft picks to hit. So you can't be in the second apron if you're going to pay those guys. So.
And they were the only team that was above it. Not anymore. They got rid of $17 million off the books for 3 second round picks, and they're just going to restock the pond because they draft well.
Sam Presti's a fucking demon at that. I mean, shit. They got this kid that had like tore his ACL and then had testicular cancer, and he still hasn't even like. They haven't even seen what he's been yet.
He's going to be. He now is foisted into a much bigger role here because of there's minutes that need to get eaten up. So we'll see. Re-Upping first overall first round pick. What, 3 years ago at this point? Sent off to Dallas.
The Anthony Bennett of the 2020s, unless he turns it around.
Yeah, I mean it's never too late.
I wouldn't even go that far. I mean, Anthony Bennett, like he crashed and burned so fast. He was not as good as Re-Upping.
There's still a lot of growing Re-Upping has to do. I think. I think we're a little too negative.
People are being a little hyperbolic about how bad he is too.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, he wasn't even playing in the playoffs last year. They wouldn't even play him.
He got outplayed by Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And they needed to win games.
To be fair, Nickeil Alexander-Walker was balling last year. So.
Yeah. He's 21, and his team took a leap forward and turned out to be a playoff team that was pretty good. And unfortunately, we can't roll you out for 28 minutes a game to see, for you to fix your game here. You got to sit on the bench. We need to win. And he's going to be getting plenty of burn down in Dallas. So we'll see. This year will be an interesting little chapter in the Re-Sachet book. We'll see who wins this trade in the long run. Not ruling out a 21-year-old yet.
No. Yeah, no. The Dallas could easily win. It's definitely a no-brainer. They just got rid of Nembhard in a pick. That's like, it doesn't really matter much.
Nembhard played a real role for Dallas. Like when the Cooper Flag point guard experiment didn't work, Nembhard became their starting point guard. I don't know what they're gonna do now. Kyrie, I guess, but
honestly,
we'll see.
I haven't thought about Kyrie in so long.
Yeah, well, he didn't play last year.
I mean, that's a big team though over there though in Dallas.
Yeah. You have research at your 2 spot. He's 6'8".
Cooper Flag is going to be your 2. It looks like.
And you get Derek Lively back as your starting center.
And
PJ
Gafford,
Washington,
too.
I think, still on the team.
Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively the second. So your starting lineup is going to be what? Kyrie, Cooper.
They're not a very good team.
They're not a good team, but they're a big fucking team. That's what I'm saying. Like
Kyrie,
Cooper, Zachary Re-Sachet, Gafford,
Santi
and
Aldama.
Lively. Like that's a big fucking team.
Oh, I forgot they got Santi Aldama too. Max Christie is pretty good. Trying to see who's going to be their point guard.
I mean, is Klay Thompson coming back next year to play, or
I don't know. Taking a year after the Megan Thee Stallion drama.
Marcus Sasser, Kyrie, Max Christie. Those guys are going to be your point guards.
Talk about fumbling a bag.
Yeah, big time. He cheated on her too. Allegedly.
I was like, how hard is it to fucking stay faithful to her? Like, it's not even hard to stay faithful, dude. Like, never mind, like to fucking make the stallion.
Some guys are just dogs, man. They don't know what's good for them. I mean, good Lord. Yeah. That's like the biggest trade that happened. We're still awaiting LeBron, although there's been some drama. The Miami Heat this week leaked a welcome LeBron James post on their Twitter, on their YouTube.
Yeah.
It was like a live event that they were preparing for. Obviously the Heat are one of the teams speculated for LeBron to go to. They could use him. We talked about it this week. I think that team, if they get LeBron, their chances of winning a title go up a lot. Because now they have an all-time point guard to run that offense, and their defense is going to be disgusting. So we'll see about that. A lot of people are making hay about the post.
I mean, you see the Calci odds jumped all over the place.
I threw a futures bet on it myself.
I mean, you know who's the front runner and the spokesperson for Calci in the NBA?
Yeah, Giannis. Yeah.
We've been over this.
So what you're implying that he's leaking the odds? He's swaying the market?
I didn't say he did it, but
this is one way to do it. I think the post probably did it. The team's post. But maybe.
He's like, hey, intern, come over here. I got a job for you.
That is like illegal,
well,
right? I imagine that's not right.
Like,
I imagine that's illegal.
Probably would be. It'd be like an odd crime, but
it's probably trading almost.
It's a new type of crime,
like defrauding the public.
Yeah.
I like what is Terry Rozier's like? What is he being charged with? I forget. That shit. Anyways, I don't know if that's what did it, but the post definitely swayed me. That's for damn sure. Stephen A seems to think it's nothing. I get where he's coming from. Like, listen, if you're one of the 4 teams preparing to bring on LeBron, I think it's so up in the air for all these teams that they're like, let's get these. It's just how organizations work. They're doing the work 2 weeks out from when it happened. They're preparing. I'm sure the Warriors have their own welcome LeBron package. I'm sure Minnesota, all the teams besides the Celtics, who he said he fucking hates again. But
I hate you too. Not really, but
I guess what Terry Rozier would be charged with would be wire fraud and money laundering, because you took you took a bribe to change to throw the bet or whatever.
Yeah,
it's like the same thing as boxing, I guess. Like when guys would take falls, but I mean, it was back then. There's all bookies, so there's like, who are you going to go to the police about? Like,
it's illegal anyways.
Yeah, like you were doing illegal shit too. Like, when you we're in a standoff here, stalemate.
Yeah. I don't know. I got nothing else for LeBron.
I mean, LeBron's it's down to 4 teams. What do we think? Like Cleveland, Miami, Philly, and Golden State.
Well, I don't think Philly is. Philly was trending pretty heavy earlier in the week, but I think it's been sort of rolled back. I do think the biggest 4 teams are Golden State, Miami, Minnesota, and
Cleveland.
Cleveland, yes. But James Harden still hasn't signed his deal. Draymond still hasn't signed his deal. There's a lot of shoes to drop.
In Minnesota, do you think he wants to go there and babysit? I don't know. That's my whole thing. Is like he wants to go to a contender now. Like I don't know if that team, as currently constructed, with him sliding in as a contender.
It's also like hardly a lifestyle change going from LA to Miami. That's why I think Miami is most realistic. He's like, where do I want to spend my last days? In Miami or Cleveland or Minnesota?
I wonder if he still owns his house in Miami.
Probably
to golf.
I imagine that real estate doesn't go down.
He's also obsessed with golfing
does just
now.
to golf now. Yeah. It's like Miami, like Florida's got some sick golf courses. Especially if you got LeBron's money. You're not playing the fucking munis like I'm playing.
I will say I don't think Minnesota's really in the cards. I think if anything, I'd swap out Minnesota for Philly, but I do think the public thinks that Minnesota's a real contender there. But I think for exactly what you said, Steve, like how close are they to a championship in the West and as built? And does he really want to deal with the personalities of Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball?
And Rudy
Gobert, I don't imagine is a fun hang.
No, he rubs his people the wrong way, it seems.
I mean, like, they're fun to hang out with at, like, All-Star Weekend, I'm sure. Like, LaMelo and Anthony Edwards in the locker room, I'm sure, are tons of fun for if you see him for, like, a weekend. But then, like, you got to deal with him for 82 games. Like,
after a loss,
so
doesn't it?
I think LeBron's interests are not so much what LaMelo's trying to get into, after the game.
Yeah, like they just lost the game. And LaMelo's like, hey, where are we going for dinner tonight? This, that, and the third. And LeBron's like, we just blew like a 20-point lead in the fourth quarter to like a contender. Like, we're
he's like, I got to go put in 20 hours of rehab on my body and then golf.
LaMelo's like, I'm going to go drive my go-kart to the strip club. You want to come with me, LeBron?
That team is a bad week from like Finch being fired, from Ant being like, I want out. They're a bad week away next season for being like, this is the end of the Anthony Edwards
back-to-back like bad losses, like where you blew leads or like you just came out flat and got stomped by teams that shouldn't beat you. Like it's right there.
It happened this year, last year with Randall. Like he was floated out in the trade rumors, and then his second half performance like totally dipped into the point where he was like kind of awful in the playoffs. Turns out when you float guys for trades, they don't take too kindly to it, especially when they're putting up 28, 8, and 8 a game, basically,
Like
I like Jaylen Brown.
A really good player for them. I mean, I feel bad for Julius Randle. Like every fucking year when he plays good, he gets floated out for trade rumors. Like
probably best for him to get out. He gets out of Minnesota, he gets to go live in Brooklyn and get paid max money. And if the Nets want to not pay him, buy him out, he can just go get paid elsewhere.
He'll get paid
long term.
I mean, but just like as a person, like and like having a family, like every year being floated out in trade rumors, like it's got to fuck with you. Like, he has to move his family again.
Yeah.
Like
if you have kids, like kids don't want to hear it. Like you're moving them from their friends. Like that must be, you know what I mean? Like you're just moving your kids to new school every year. Like that fucking sucked.
I think his son is like only like 5 or 6 years old or something like that too. Like every video I see him, he's like a real small kid. So
I was going to say, like, it depends on the kids. Some guys might be a lot less. Like I think LeBron's probably like, I want my family to be in LA. That's where we've been for most of their lives. So.
And some guys like have, like LeBron, like his kids were already like born when he was in the league. So like I'm assuming like when like he started moving around the league, like his kids probably stayed where they were. Like he was already like set.
Well, I don't even know. They might have been young enough to the point where they're like, yeah, okay, we grew up in Miami. Oh yeah, we're back to Cleveland. Now we're in LA. Like literally, just think about it. Bronny couldn't have been older than 5 when he went to Miami.
Let's see, like Bronny is what 20 now?
I don't even know.
Right, because this is going to be his second year in the league, and he only played 1 year in college.
And he is his oldest son, right?
Yeah, he's the oldest one. Bryce is the younger one. Bryce
is this his second year or just like first year? Like was last year's his first year actually playing?
Bronny is 21 years old, meaning he was born in 2004. Okay, so I lied.
So he was born
But he
like
was
the
around
year after
5.
he was drafted, dude, because LeBron was drafted 2003.
Around 5 is when he went to Miami.
Yeah. So who knows? I mean, everybody has a different home life. I mean, it's hard to like assume these things, but it's like I think Julius Randle's played for like 4 teams now in his career. Like it's for a guy who's as good as Julius Randle is, like that's kind of crazy.
Tough being an NBA journeyman.
How is the first father-son duo one where he got drafted while he was a player? Not even like when he was like born. Like you'd think the first one would be like, oh, he had a kid when he was 16. You know what I mean? Like really early.
Like that happened, and
he's like they're like not that far in age.
A 7'3" journeyman who's just like, hey, he's like late in his career playing 2 or 3 minutes off the bench someplace, and then his kid got drafted. It's like no, like he's LeBron.
I'm sorry, I missed the point. Player. How crazy is it that what?
Just is that the fact that the first ever father-son duo is one where like the kid got drafted in LeBron's second year. No, got born in LeBron's like second year. Not like Tatum or something where they're like it's a teen pregnancy. Or I guess it might have been because LeBron was like fucking drafted as a fucking kid. But like you'd think it'd be something like, oh, like this guy had a kid when he was like 16. So they're like closer in age. Not like he was literally in the NBA when the kid was born.
What was Ken Griffey's dad?
I think he was old as fuck.
What about Arvidas? No, did Arvidas? No, Arvidas and Demonis never played.
No, Arvidas didn't play long enough for anything. Unfortunately, his body freaking failed him.
Yeah, he played too long overseas before he came to the NBA because he wanted to play for his national team.
So, yeah, I mean, we'll see with LeBron. It's what?
I was going to say, I have one more thing that I don't think we've talked about. So, like, is there just a possibility that, like, Harden just follows LeBron and just screws the Cavs? Like, if he goes to the Heat, imagine that'd be the funniest situation ever. Like they just lose Harden. They lost Garland, who like sure has problems, but they lost her for just 1 year of Harden. He just like dipped because LeBron didn't go there. Like that'd be pretty tough. That could happen.
Or Draymond leaves the Warriors, and like it's a bidding war for Draymond and James Harden for who could take less money to go play with LeBron.
I was gonna say it's interesting you framed it like that. I was gonna say if James Harden like leaves the Cavs in the lurch, did they really lose? Did they really lose?
Well, didn't they have to give up a pick too with Garland to get?
I think
Harden?
so.
Yeah, so you definitely lost it. He gave up a pick and a younger player for an older guy that he played for 1 year, and then he left.
Garland's still like 25.
This offseason now we're in the. Donovan Mitchell obviously got re-upped. I don't know how much longer you want to be on the hook for Harden's contract.
Well, it would have been nice to be on Garland's contract at that point. Then that's what I mean. Like you would have lost because you would have rather been on Garland's contract, and now you have neither and lost.
Yeah, but Garland's going to get too much money too.
Or but they could have traded him for something else. Is also the original point. Like he could have gotten a better package than James Harden for a year. Yeah, that's for sure. 2-time All-Star, 25-year-old that averages like 20 and 9 on 40% shooting from 3. Like it's not nothing.
Yeah, but they were in the dumps at the beginning of the year with Garland. Like they were in a tough spot, and then they ended up actually salvaging the season relatively post trade.
I mean, this Cavs team does not make good choices, so I wouldn't be surprised if Harden just bails. He would already told them like, hey, if you guys don't get LeBron, I'm out, and they still did it. I wouldn't even be surprised.
Well, I mean, we can't be knocking them for, good or bad choices if we don't even know if it's a good choice to re-up Harden, for however long. That is still up in the air for me. Like, I don't think Harden's a winning guy anymore.
Well, I mean, no. I don't think that their team as constructed is a winning team, but they just re-upped Mobley and Donovan Mitchell for the next, 3 or 4 years. Like, anything's going to change.
Yeah, those guys are worth the money, though.
I don't know if Donnie's worth $70 million.
At the end of his contract, it won't be.
$70 million. I don't even know if right now he's worth what he is making.
60 something.
He's pretty fucking good, dude. That's a little, he's like an all NBA guy still.
Yeah, he just I don't know. It's just like they're the one team not thinking conservatively right now. It's pretty funny. But it's just stuff. I mean, do you think Donnie can win as your number one as championship? I don't think so. So you can't really pay him $60 million. Is all I think.
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
But now
can you win with Evan Mobley being your number 2 option? I don't think you can, and you're paying him $50 million. So.
Can you win with Garland instead of Harden at 20? This is what we're all circuit. I think the Cavs team probably the foundation that it was structured on, the Donovan Mitchell aspect of it all, doesn't amount to winning in this NBA a title. It amounts to winning a lot of games. That's for damn sure. We know that. We've seen it. But when it counts, I don't think that your best guy could be 6'3" and a defensive liability.
No, especially if he's paired with an old guy.
I think your best guy has to just not be a defensive liability. I think like you look back at if you look back at like all the last like champions, I think that their best guy was an elite scorer and not a defensive liability.
Jaylen Brunson would argue.
Yeah, he felt like he patched up a bit. He wasn't as much of a... This run in particular felt like he was way better defensively.
Might have been like the perfect storm, too, of like, hey, I have De'Aaron Fox as the guy I have to cover, and he's just stinking it up every night.
Right, but the way the Celtics would attack him historically is to switch him onto one of the Jays, immediate size mismatch. Like there is... It's not for lack of effort. It's not for lack of effort.
It was the perfect storm of like, hey, you never really had to face anybody that was really going to attack him and cook him every night.
And luckily for them, the rest of the team is so solid defensively that it kind of just it ends up in a title. That's why you pay OG and Anunoby that much money. That's why you get Mikal Bridges to help,
But the thing is that kind of brings it back to the point. They were only paying Brunson 30-something.
Yeah, he is taking pay cuts.
Yeah, that's what you got. If you're gonna have Donnie, you gotta not pay him $60+ million a year because you kind of need to fill the holes with crazy good wings.
Yeah.
Which Cavs aren't doing, unfortunately. Well, fortunately for us, they're not doing it. They're
trying.
Unfortunately for
LeBron.
Cavs fans. Yeah, that's true.
If you were the Cavs, would you do? Say this was like 2 months ago. Would you traded Mobley for Jaylen Brown?
Yeah,
I think so.
You think the Celtics would have done that?
I would hope so. That's a better return.
Yeah, it's just sad. For as much as we laugh about who Mobley, it's funny to even trash on him. He's a depoy, fucking like 23-year-old, but he would be way better return, that's for sure.
Yeah. So yes, Steve. I think that's an auto yes.
So I mean, if it's an auto yes for both teams, I just don't get why we didn't.
But I think that makes the Cavs a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Overall.
I think it makes us like it shores up our center spot.
And this is a team that's debating on if they should fucking pay James Harden for another year. Like, this is not a bright team.
That's what I've been saying. Like,
maybe we were calling up the Cavs and being like, "Hey, Mobley and they were like, "No," they might not have made the smart move because honestly, they'd be in the second apron.
Yeah, but that team, I think, would have made a deep run. I think even in the second apron.
I mean, if you win a title, I don't care how much you're paying for it.
No, but I'm saying like, if you did make the Jaylen Brown trade, if it was just straight up Jaylen Brown for Evan Mobley, like next year, I feel like Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, Jaylen Brown, whoever you want to put a power forward, and
Jared Allen. Did you say Jared Allen?
Jared Allen's probably going to be your center on that team. So then whoever you want to put a power forward there, like I feel like that's a team that could make a run. But
yeah, they just lost D-Wade.
I agree, Steve, but I think one of those parties is not like the other. I think the Sixers, for all as much shit as we've given them over the years, I think whatever they got going now is actually pretty good. Besides the Embiid extension, which is pretty tough, but almost feels like that was a loyalty payment at that point.
Yeah. And we also got to remember Brown was sort of telling camps where he wanted to go, so he might have just not wanted to go to Cleveland, which I don't blame him.
Well, I mean, I think he would have been fine going to Cleveland because he was friends with Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, maybe he's probably thinking in big markets because he's such an entrepreneur, honestly, though.
That's right. And Philly's a lot closer to Boston than Cleveland is to either of them in terms of city structures. And he's going to be he'd be playing relevant basketball either team. But yeah, I don't know. I think, maybe he just doesn't like Cleveland. I don't blame him. There's no nightlife in Cleveland. He is still a young guy. Relatively.
Does go out and enjoy his life. He does like to go out and he's always at the fucking museums and like the science shit around Boston. Like, I don't know how much of that they got down up there in Cleveland, but
a lot of I think it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
You learn about the mills. That's what you can learn about.
Yeah, LeBron's the only guy who's like, I'd love to go back to Cleveland, but that's because he's from there.
Yeah.
Steph Curry wouldn't even want to go back there. He was born there too.
He's born there, yeah. Shout out to Ohio, just birthing two of the greatest players to ever play.
Shout out to Akron.
Yeah, so that's really it with the moves. I mean, the Celtics re-upped Jordan Walsh, 3 years, $15 million over the course of that time. We are picking up his next year's option for $2.4 million, so it's really 4 more years of Jordan Walsh. Mm-hmm. This extension pushes him through the 29-30 season. He is only 22 years old. Definitely had a leap forward in terms of what we thought he was. Last year, he took a much more elevated role. We'll have to now. And we see a guy with elite size, athleticism, and defensive ability. The one thing that's raw is his offensive game. And we saw that take a leap last year. So good for our guy, Jordan. Glad the Celtics made this move. I like Jordan Walsh. Even if his offensive game doesn't take a leap forward, I still think for teams that, if you're looking in the grand scheme of things, like when the team rolls out Maxey, he was the best Maxey stopper on the team. Yeah. He's like the only guy who has that weird, that's not Tatum. And even then, I don't know if Tatum has this lateral quickness or ranginess to cover a guy like Maxey. But yeah, Walsh is that perfect blend of length, athleticism, and defensive ability to kind of roll out there if you need a stopper. And $15 million, $5 million a year is a pretty fucking good deal.
I mean, I think I saw last year he took 119 catch and shoot threes. He shot like 40% on them.
Yeah, definitely pretty good. A lot of stuff. I mean, at the very least, you expect a guy who's going to, this is a payment for a guy who has a ton of potential. Not to mention what he can provide you already on the floor at 22, which is a valuable player in his own right.
I don't want him taking threes that aren't off the catch anyways. Like, I don't want him taking off the dribble threes. That's not his job on this team. So if he can just hit catch and shoot threes and be a defensive dog, like, I think he's going to be the absolute perfect fit and a steal at that. I mean, shit, I think we're paying Pritchard like $7 million a year too, or something like that.
Yeah. And so like 3.
So we got like $15 million wrapped up in fucking Peyton Pritchard, Jordan Walsh, and Ron Harper Jr. Like, that's pretty good.
Sam Hauser's getting $7 million.
Yeah, like that's the deals on the back end we're getting are unbelievable. But it's just like, hey, how quick can we get off of fucking Paul George? Basically, what's going to pay.
It's interesting you say that, Steve. I do think there is value in Paul George playing here. Obviously, circling back to our last conversation, but you talk about guys who should be, working, getting their own shot off their own dribble. It's like there's probably 2 to 3 guys on this team that I ever want to see doing that. Everything else should be in the motion of the offense, catch and shoot. If you're open, shoot it. If not, cut it in, see if you can find a better shot. It's Jason Tatum, obviously. He can do whatever he wants. Paul George, number 2, because I've seen it. And I know he's still an efficient scorer in the league. And Peyton Pritchard, maybe. I mean, he's very trick or treat off his own when he's trying to get his own shit off the dribble. But he's the only other guy I trust. We didn't really see it work last year, dude. He was pretty gassed.
When the matchup is right, like, that's what it is. Like, I'm not expecting Peyton Pritchard and Derek White to be like, hey, I got fucking Matisse Thybulle on me or fucking Amen Thompson and try to go get my own shot. That's for sure. But like, hey, like, if you got like their 3rd or 4th best defender on you and you get it swinged, I'm fine with you going off the dribble, I guess, guys. Like, that's
I agree.
I'm comfortable with. I mean, Pritchard last year, I feel like he got thrown into the fire a little bit. Like, it was a lot of, hey, we need you to fucking bail us out.
Well, we also had Anthony Simons for half a year. That's kind of his game, like, and it worked. Sometimes that motion offense gets shut down. You have to have guys who can beat you one-on-one. And yeah, I mean, Derek White, obviously he can do whatever he wants. He's grandfathered in. It's just like, I know he's going to go so hard on defense, and he was so out of gas in the playoffs that he was almost unplayable offensively. Nothing was hitting for him.
Yeah, it was tough.
So I don't want to see that happen again, I guess, is my own thing.
I don't think that, well, with Paul George, I don't think that he's going to have as much on his plate scoring-wise.
Agreed.
I think Paul George is going to take up a lot of that, like, hey, secondary ball handler scoring role that, like, he was forced into. And a lot of nights he was the primary scoring guard. Like, that one night last year we had him and Pritchard scored 40 in the same game. Like, there was no Jalen in that game. So, like, it was just him and Pritchard being the primary ball handlers all night. So he's not going to have that responsibility this year. So I don't foresee him having that much of a drop-off as long as Paul George stays healthy. But that's what it all comes down to.
And give Ron and Hugo a little more run too, to like, especially Hugo, to like be like, hey, you go do the defensive madness shit for a second, and let D White heat up.
Yeah, right.
We could have used that in the playoffs because like we'd literally sub Hugo in and he'd go fucking like you're saying with Jordan Walsh, like same with Hugo and Maxey. Like he'd go in and like go crazy on the perimeter defense, and then he subbed out after like 3 minutes. We're like, what the hell, dude? Keep that in. And we just were plus 10 in 3 minutes.
It's that Hugo's offense was a bit raw.
Yeah.
So like I presumptively this year, especially if you're already seeing it in the summer league, like his offensive game hopefully rounds into shape and he can take some of the burden off. Because that's another guy who possesses, unbelievable athleticism, effort, and defensive ability. He has that. It's just his offensive. You're taking a bunch of risks on guys who can, no matter what, defend and play one through fucking 4 essentially. It's just that they have to, if any of them can develop an isolation game or a consistent shot, it's fucking gravy because you're paying them $5 million a year.
And Ugo is still so fucking young too. Like he's only 20, I think.
Yeah, he was a teen last year.
He's gonna develop crazy.
Yeah. Celtics are going to be my bet that I mentioned before wasn't just the Heat to win 45 plus games post LeBron that foible with LeBron's announcement. It was the Sixers. Obviously, I think they're going to take a huge leap, and they won 45 games last year. But it was parlayed with the Celtics and the Heat to all win 45 plus. I think the Celtics are, we won 56 last year. This team is better on paper than last year's team, but so is the whole conference. You got Halliburton coming back, so we'll see. There's a lot of things to shake out here, and we'll see it on the floor. But just good stuff going on after a fucking awful offseason for the Boston Celtics. Got to get some positive vibes here as we roll into the season.
What's the Pistons line at? That's one that I'd go low if it's crazy high because of last year. I feel like they haven't done anything. If anything, they've gotten a little worse. I guess they're all young.
Is the shoe that's it has to drop, right?
Well, they lost Stewart, and they lost
Tobias Harris.
But that was a trade, though, right?
No, I think he just signed with the Spurs.
Yeah, so if you lost those two, like I think that the line's going to drop.
Yeah, I mean, they ain't going to be in first place this year, I can tell you that.
No. And did they lose Robinson?
To be fair, we said that last year, too.
No, they still have Robinson.
Jesus, man. Whatever Google, I know they integrated their AI, and I'm sure they've used it before into their search. It's just, it's so unreliable now. It's not even close to what I need.
Looking at the line?
So, like searching in Detroit Pistons gambling over under wins, and it pulls up fucking Malik Beasley scandal, which I guess has gambling in it, but damn.
Oh, it's at 50.5.
Yeah, slam the under. No fucking way. I mean, I can't imagine Jalen Brown's too happy.
Yeah, and the East, like you're saying, the East is just harder too. Like you got to factor that in. Like last year was kind of like a golden year for them to kind of go crazy with all the injuries and such. Like if everything's healthier.
On DraftKings, you can get minus 180 odds on the Kings to win 20 or more games.
Minus 180 odds.
Yeah.
20?
Yeah.
20 is so bad, dude. Wow.
That's
brutal. But still, I don't know if I'd bet that.
25 wins, it's a plus 200.
Oh, wow.
Brooklyn Nets are a plus 100 on that.
Yeah, that's if you're betting the Brooklyn Nets to win over 20 games, you just have an issue.
That'd be a fun gamble though, to like just be rooting for like the worst teams in the league to at least win 20. Like, come on,
how much
Nets.
bad basketball you have to watch.
Oh, that's like real sicko hours right there. Like, hey, I got my league pass on for the Nets versus the fucking Kings, and I need the Kings to win tonight.
Big Danny Wolfhead over here. I'm watching him every night.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. Matisse Thybulle agrees to a 1-year deal with the Lakers.
They got the D with the rest of the 3.
Well, if he can ever shoot the 3 ball, that's a very good. I mean, they're paying him like
nothing.
$2 million. Yeah.
Yeah. No brainer regardless.
Yeah. For sure. Good move. I don't know if that pushes him any closer to a title. We'll see.
I don't think so. I don't think he's going to see the court that much on that team.
I think he might just have, like, who do they have in a wing spot?
Bronny, baby.
He's 6'2".
Well, I thought Bronny was like 6'4", 6'5". That crazy?
I just looked it up. It's Brownie James. LeBron James is 6'2", according to Basketball Reference.
I could have sworn he was bigger than that.
Yeah, he's a guard. Anything else in the NBA before we talk about our Red Sox?
Yeah, we need the hot corner with Jacob.
Yeah.
Jacob's our baseball expert over here.
Time to step up to the plate. Obviously, if you have been paying attention at all to the baseball world, the Red Sox have been, after a miserable start, team vibes have never been lower, fired their manager mid-season, cleaned house, or beginning of the season, not even mid. Now we're at the midpoint. Red Sox go on a 15-game winning streak, right? 15 games. Yeah. They played a doubleheader yesterday against the Orioles, in which they won the beginning game, the day game, to go to 15, and then they ended up losing, so they didn't break their own all-time record. Either way, they're the hottest team in baseball. It's not like the vibes have 180, and we don't even have our two best guys in Crochet and Roman. So,
yeah, we went from sellers to very much buyers in no time. It's pretty hilarious. Just like it took like 4 weeks, and now it's actually a fun season. Like it's funny. Now we're basically exactly where we kind of thought the Sox would be at this time of year, record wise, like with how good they looked on paper. And then it just there's no chill to the season. It was just the worst start ever, and then to the biggest winning streak since, like, not even the winning streak too, because they swept the Yankees right before that winning streak. They just happened to lose to the Nationals. So it's like, I think they're like something disgusting, like 22 of their last 25 or something. Like it's not just a 15-game winning streak. It's like before that they're a little hot too.
It's been a hot 2 months.
Yeah, and Durbin's been better than Bregman this year. It's pretty hilarious. And yeah, no, it's just the biggest roller coaster of a season that we've ever had. We don't even have Roman or Crochet, and we're just kind of fucking feisting it up. Wilson Contreras is the leader of the Red Sox, like out of nowhere. It's just been fun as hell, that's for sure.
Yeah, for all that winning we've done, we are still 6.5 games out behind the Rays in the AL East, and I believe we are out of a wild card spot by 1.5 games. No,
we're in it. We're in the wild card right now. Yeah, we're like a game in it already. Like we're firmly in it. Like I think we're a game and a half ahead.
The Yankees got it right. Mm-hmm. White Sox are winning the division. The Guardians got 54 wins.
We swept them in the run too. That was the crazy thing about the run. We were sweeping real teams. It was like the leader of the AL Central, the leader of the AL East, the Yankees, the Mets, who should be wicked good, but they suck for no reason. But yeah, no, we're 2 games above the Mariners right now, so we're 2 games solidly in as the last spot in the wild card. So we'll just have to play average ball the rest of the year, and we're in, I think.
So season ends in what, September?
The end of September.
That's right.
End of September, and then it's the October Classic. That's the only way I remember that. Mr. October, not Jackie Robinson, the guy for the fucking Yankees.
Oh, Reggie.
Yeah.
Reggie Jackson, yeah.
Or Carlos Beltran.
True, he is or David Freese.
It was the fucking flying Hawaiian for the fucking Sox that one year we won the title.
Oh, Victorino.
Oh,
Victorino. Yeah, Shane Victorino won in October. He went fucking nuts.
Yeah.
So are we worried that the Sox are peaking too early here, or I know baseball's kind of a weird sport like that. Like, are we worried that like the bats are going to go cold in the next couple months, or like you think this is
God, you hope not.
No, I mean, especially because we're looking like we might trade some youth for like a crazy bat, and we're trying to get like Hunter Goodman or like Bangaliers from the A's. So if that happens, no. But I don't know. The thing is, this is the only time we could have done this, honestly. Like, this is our last chance, basically, to do something like this. This is probably the latest you can peak, honestly.
Like if we kept losing for 2 weeks, there's nothing we could have done.
No. I know what you mean. Like, hey, we need to do this to make the playoffs. But I mean, like, going into a playoff run, being this hot now, like, do you think that it's sustainable all the way through a playoff run, or do you think that like we're gonna fall back to earth at some point? And
you're gonna have a tough time in October, no matter what.
Yeah,
I think.
It's just going to be a success to get there at this point without starting, honestly. But you never know. The AL's so trash.
Yeah, you just got to hope that like your bats pick up and your pitching stays tight in October. Like, I think you're definitely going to see this team wane a bit, in the next coming months. just because they've been so scorching. But like, at least if you can just keep this pace up of wins and you can eke into the playoffs, maybe you can beat the Yankees. Maybe you can steal one over the Guardians and make your way to the World Series, where it's just like, you're going to play the Dodgers and then it just doesn't matter.
I thought that last year, and then the the Blue Jays almost fucking beat them and should have beat them.
And they're in the last place in the AL East. We got a series up against them this weekend. We're going to have to see.
Yeah. The only thing that's definitely positive is the fact that Crochet should come back sometime at the end of the year. We'll see what happens. We haven't even had any of our two best players, which is kind of insane. And Jaren Duran's still been really bad, so there's still levels to go. That's for sure. Like in the pitch, it was kind of the whole thing all year is that we were just so like our pitching has been good all year. That's not a streaky thing. We just couldn't hit it all. Now we're just like hitting average, and we're doing this basically.
Yeah, the bats were pretty tough to start the year.
Without Crochet, over the last 2 months, the starters averaged less than like a 1 ERA or something, which is insane. It was all like Jake Bennett and like fucking Early and Toll and Sonny Gray. It's such a crazy fucking rotation.
Do you know who the position players which position player on the Boston Red Sox has the highest WAR?
It's Wilson. Right now. Oh no, it's Ruff. It's Raff. No, it's Sedan.
Sedan Rafaela.
Yeah, it's because of defense. He's a monster. Him and PCA are like they're just gonna be like WAR demons for like they're gonna have a crazy end of year NFC career total. Like said he could get in off of defense.
He's an all-star. That's what it says.
And he's been good too. He's hitting like 280 or something. Like not even faltering there.
He has not. He was one of the best parts of last year too. He has already had 9 home runs. Wilson Contreras is in second place. He has 3.9 WAR right now, and he has 22 home runs already.
Yeah, he's the most for first baseman. That's kind of what I thought. That's why I like fucked up there. Yeah, he's like 3 point something, which is the most for first baseman, which is crazy because Wilson was good before, but not like this.
Yeah. Sonny Gray dealing this year.
12-1.
12-1, 2.9 WAR, 2.48 ERA.
Yeah, he'll be if he keeps this up, he will legitimately get Cy Young votes, which is crazy.
Yeah. Connolly Early, he's on the 15-day IL. That's what it says. Ranger Suarez, 15-day IL. Peyton Tully, Brian Bayo, Jake Bennett.
Jake Bennett's been fucking absurd. He's been our best pitcher, other than Gray.
Yeah. It's just it's giving like a lot of 2013 vibes.
Yeah.
You know? Scrappy dudes, retreads, and they're kicking a lot of ass. Come together, maybe win the World Series.
And it's like a little different of a timeline, but in 2012 we were the worst record overall, and then we dumped a bunch of contracts and won with feisty guys. So it's like kind of feels similar. Where we were good last year, but we were the worst team in the beginning of this year, and then kind of put some people like Story and who know, like I don't think Story we kind of shoved a lot of people underperforming into IL, and they might not even ever come back because we just kind of got such a hot young team right now.
Yeah, story here with the Red Sox will be an interesting one in hindsight, just how his career wound up here. Because last year he was one of the most important players, right? Like in terms of the batting wise, like he was legitimately one of our better bats. He's always been kind of good with the glove, but injuries have been an issue. Paid a lot of money to bring him here, and hasn't resulted in a championship. It has resulted in multiple playoff appearances though. So
yeah. It's just tough because he was amazing in the Rockies. So it's like we got like a slightly decent player, but he was like legitimate, like MVP quality player before.
Yeah.
So I can't fault him because it seemed like a dynamo. Honestly, that it's tough because it's like one of the worst contracts Sox history. It's like I would have like it'd be tough to talk people out of that back in the day. Like the guy was elite and he was like not old. It's like
I was doing my old podcast. We were celebrating like we finally splashed a big free agent. This guy's gonna make a huge difference, and it didn't really end up that way. But I don't have negative feelings here with him.
No, yeah. And then the shortstop we have now is like made two absolutely crazy defensive plays in that like to end games in that win streak.
You're talking about
Chang.
Sung-Chae Chang. Sung-Chae Chang. I don't even know his name. Was he on the Pirates last year?
I don't even know. He's definitely has not really broke through properly.
Yeah, he was on the Pirates last year. He played like a game for him, 7 games, 3 games. Played 14 here.
Yeah,
he is like he's a B level prospect in MLB The Show. That's how I remember him. But he is kind of like old.
He's played 14 games, and I think his first game was the first game of the win streak.
Yeah.
And then he just didn't play a game, I think, in it.
So, I mean, anything else on the Sox? I mean, I think this series against the Blue Jays will be interesting post win streak hype. Like it's a team was really good last year, so you assume they have talent. It's just underperforming. I don't really know what's going on with the Blue Jays right now, but
guess who has a worse OPS than Caleb Durbin on the Blue Jays? It's the worst name possible.
Not Bregman?
No, like
Bregman was on them.
Vladdy Jr. is hitting worse than Durbin this year.
Oh, really? Jesus.
Yeah, that's why they're so fucking bad.
Yeah,
is the era sub-7.
Is the era of chunky DHs? Well, is it kind of waning? Are we done with the Devers and the Vladdies? Although he plays first? Yeah.
Yeah, it's much more valuable to have a DH that is just there for the day that can also play in the field anywhere. Like a lot of the DHs now, like Yoshida, we can throw in the outfield if we need to.
Yeah, he plays first and third. Hey, Rafi, what the fuck, dude? Like, you think you're better than Vladdy? He is batting .256. Tough.
Yeah, not power at all. He's been weird.
6 home runs. That's awful.
Yeah. Durbin's better somehow.
Well, this guy was, I don't know much about him. Brewers, but Rookie of the Year candidate. He's an older rookie, but he's certainly playing like
that's all baseball.
One of the best. Yeah.
They're all old.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we'll see Vladdy. Hopefully he can take the series at least 2 out of, I imagine it's a 3-game series, 2 out of 3 against the worst team in your own division. Kind of need to.
Yeah.
Would be really shitty to get swept.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, anything else in the sports world? Patriots reported to fucking training camp.
Spain won a very boring World Cup final.
Spain won the World Cup, yeah. The prodigal son, what's his name? I don't even know his name.
Yamal.
I have a couple of them. Yeah, Lamine Yamal. Best's his dad, Messi.
Yeah.
Good for them.
It was an interesting final because it's like the Argentina felt like the weird underdog villains, but also they had won last year, so it's like kind of more fun to have a new winner anyway, team that hasn't won since like Iniesta and stuff. But Argentina is just very unlikable while being the underdog, which is really rare.
They play like shithouse soccer. That's what everybody's saying. They shithouse it up, and like they're arguing with the I almost call them the ump, with the ref. They're like beating you up, and that's their style, is to like beat you up for 80 minutes, and then hopefully Messi can just like eke his way and score 2 or 3.
Yeah, or PKs. I almost got to PKs. Very close.
Yeah, it was a first overtime header, I believe, to win it.
Yeah, something like that.
Spain has reached the final twice, winning the title on both occasions. That's their second World Cup ever.
So like the Marlins. If the Marlins make it, they win it.
A lot higher of a payroll
Giants.
for Spain. The Giants? No, they made it a couple times before that, Steve.
I don't know. I just know the 2 times they did make it against us.
Against us.
Didn't go well.
Worst days of my childhood.
I cried like a baby. Yeah, I got nothing else in sports. But I did see a movie last weekend, and I'm probably going to go see it again. The Odyssey. Spoiler alert for our next month's themed review, Chris Nolan month, directed by Chris Nolan, The Odyssey. It was a hell of a movie, guys. Hell of a picture. You should see it. Steve, I know you're busy, but if you can see it in IMAX, I really recommend it. I never go see movies
IMAX got
twice.
the 70 millimeter, or is that just IMAX?
I don't know. That's a good question because there's 75 millimeter and 70, and I don't know which one the standard IMAX is.
Because I know they said that there's only like 40 places in the U.S. that actually show 70 millimeter.
Yeah, I think there's like 40 IMAX theaters across the nation. Boston has like 2, or Massachusetts has 2. I imagine LA has like 4. New York probably has 4.
Yeah.
And then the rest are like dispersed throughout population hubs, I imagine.
Is that like that much better to watch at IMAX than it is in regular? I don't know if I've ever even been to an IMAX movie.
Yes, it is a better user experience, meaning you. You're not going to be able to really like articulate the difference other than aspect, quality, clarity of image, sound, all that stuff. These films are made for IMAX. This is how the director intended you to see it. So I would recommend seeing it in that format because everything he's thinking about in terms of how a shot is framed or filmed is revolving around the camera he's using. And Chris Nolan does this with every film. Like every film of his is for IMAX. So there is a fidelity difference in terms of your viewing experience. I can't articulate it well enough because I'm not a cinematographer, but there is a visual difference. And it is just sort of eventized, right? Like this film is in IMAX. You have to go see it in IMAX. It's an event.
This might feel like this might be a really dumb question. Can you like get a digital version or like a disc version of that and like crop it to be the full, you know what I mean? Like, because I know you mean like it crops, but like if you have a DVD, why can't you just like fit it smaller into your own TV? You know what I mean?
It's a great question. Like I don't know if they make DVDs anymore. I'm sure they do. If they release Odyssey on DVD, like, can you tell a difference? Do you need IMAX television?
VHS, motherfucker.
Yeah, why can't you just crop like why can't you just like zoom out or whatever, you know what I mean, like, and just see like almost like when you boot up a video game, you change the margins of your TV
ratio on it.
Yes. Yeah, why couldn't you do that? I think they're just trying to make it super exclusive if not, but I feel like you should be able to do that, change the aspect ratio.
I mean, I saw it in non-IMAX and it didn't really make a difference to me. It's still a fucking beautiful film, fantastically shot. It's just like I did see there's the famous screen by screen difference about. There's a scene where I forget what the fucking people are called, but he goes to the island with the soldiers who just come out and kill everybody, but they're giants, and you can see the visual difference between that, like how much bigger they look compared to Matt Damon. And obviously he filmed that scene with all actors and stunt doubles who were like 5 feet or like under. Like he filmed with purposely small people as stunt doubles and had like, I'm sure, relatively taller people as the Lestragonians, you know, the bad guys there. So now you're not going to be able to tell the difference, but when you see the aspect of it in IMAX, they look fucking monstrous. So you can see more of them, and it's just like that stuff. That is where you're gonna, I guess, where your money is for IMAX, where your money to IMAX goes. I don't think it makes it any less enjoyable though.
It's very funny hearing Tom Holland talk about it too, because like every time you hear him talk about this shit, it's like, oh, like Christopher Nolan shoots shit so much different than everybody else, and like Tom Holland, like all of his big movies have been like Marvel movies, where it's kind of like, hey, we're just gonna put a camera on you and shoot, and this is what happens. But like with the IMAX one, I guess you can only shoot like 60 seconds at a time. So like Christopher Nolan kept yelling cut.
That can't be right. 60 seconds at a time?
That's like, maybe it's 3 minutes. I think it's like 3 minutes. Yeah. Every 3 minutes, like, they have to stop, and then they have to like reload the fucking camera again with more film or something. And nobody told Tom Holland this. So like he kept thinking he was like fucking shit up, and they kept like cutting. And like he's like, why do you keep stopping? Like, am I fucking something up here? He's like, no, we just don't have any more film in that camera. He's like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like,
interesting. I was gonna say, I think Tom Holland has filmed IMAX films. He's been in like, you know, the Avengers, his Spider-Man. He's having a movie at the end of this month that I'm sure is going to release on IMAX. I think this certain type of camera that Nolan uses. Maybe
the 70 millimeter that he was using or something. I don't know, but it was like he kept thinking he was fucking shit up, and like they're like, yeah, no, you're good. Like, it's just how we shoot it.
Yeah, I have a feeling a lot of it's editing. I don't know. I'm speaking completely out of my ass, but I have a feeling like if to make the Spider-Man whatever Long Way Home film is coming out in IMAX, is just a matter of a couple guys editing. Like, I don't think they're shooting it on the Nolan camera. Nolan dedicates his craft to this specific camera. Mm-hmm. And to all the people who are much smarter than me in film and cinematography, they say it makes a huge difference. So I'm going to go see for myself.
I mean, just different kinds of movies, like nothing bad about either one. I mean, we watch great movies that weren't shot in IMAX, and we watch great movies that are shot in IMAX. So it's like
Jaws wasn't shot in IMAX. It's still a beautiful film, and it's one of the best films ever made.
I mean, Obsession wasn't shot in IMAX, and that movie is like still one of the best movies that I might have ever seen. Like Midsommar was an IMAX movie, like, and it was unbelievable. Yeah.
I did rewatch Obsession this week too.
That
was another thing, and I've been just all about it. I left leaving from the first time I watched it, which I was blown away by, right? But this time it's just like, this might be one of the best horror films ever made, just in terms of how well crafted the story is. It's some of the best writing I've ever seen in a film. in a film, period. Not to mention an unbelievable performance by everybody. But Navarrete, or Navarrete, however you want to pronounce it, being the biggest. She steals the movie. Not steals it, but she like
that's her
breaks
movie.
out in that.
Like it's her
she breaks
movie.
out.
When you watch that movie, it's her movie. Like Michael Johnson,
she's like a star now to me.
Yeah, Michael Johnson, I think is the guy's name who plays Bear. Did an unbelievable job. Like, almost a perfect job. But the problem was that he was sharing the screen with her, and she was a fucking supernova in that fucking movie. Like, you couldn't take your eyes off her anytime that she was on the screen, and it was like, oh fuck.
You know, it's interesting you say that, because I do think he's a very good actor, and he's fantastic in the film, just for what he is. He's so hateable. But I think that's a double-edged sword a bit for him, because of how for basically 4 months now, it's just been people talking about how shitty of his character Bear is, like how much of a fucking like a rapist, a self-centered incel. You know, he plays that role in the film to the T very well. I'm sure he's a swell guy outside of that. None of these issues in real life, and from what I've seen limited, he does seem good. I don't know, but it almost feels like where he's so good in the role, like King Joffrey, right? Like the guy who played King Joffrey never really amounted to an actor.
Typecasted into like you think he's gonna get typecast into like this kind of incel kind of guy for the rest of his career if he does have a career outside of it, or? Yeah,
I think people straight up like don't like him because of how good of a character he is played. But I would be very happy to be wrong about that, because I think he's a swell guy. And if you log it on Letterboxd and you watch it twice, they do a little. I wonder if they did it post Backlash stuff with him, where it's just like they do a little blurb, a cut screen where he goes like, "Oh, hey, I just see you logged this Obsession for the second time." He's like, "Are you okay?" You know, like he's like, "Anyways, I'm kidding, of course. Thank you so much for watching." Like he does like a very nice thing, and I wonder if that was just like, "Hey, dude, let's like kind of patch you up a little bit after that, because you're taking a beating online." But it's so fucking good.
Jay, you saw that movie, right?
Yeah, I did. It was really good. I got Erin to see it, which is rare for a horror movie, but she just heard that indie actress did such a good job that she was like, I want to see it as an actress, and she ended up liking it because it was really good, but not as brutal as a lot of horror movies, even though some of the end was absolutely fucking brutal, but other than that, it's kind
dreadful.
Of chill. Yeah. It's just more of a stressful. Film. It's like a stressful experience versus gore. She's more of like, I don't want to see gore. Which I get. I like gore, but I understand.
Yeah, it's not Terrifier.
It's a movie that I might go back and watch again in a couple of years. I mean, I don't know if I'll watch it again anytime soon.
I'm probably gonna watch it again like this week.
It's still like, I think it's like same thing as like Midsommar. Like I think they're both like phenomenal like movies, like two of the best horror movies I've ever seen. But I don't know if I'm gonna go back and watch them anytime soon. You know what I mean?
For your own mental health, yeah.
Yeah, my own mental health. And it's like it's a really good movie, but like it's not gonna put me in a good mood by the time I'm done with this fucking movie. You know what I mean? But like even like the little shit they did in that movie, like even at the end, like spoiler alert to anybody who hasn't seen it yet, but like after like Bear's dead on her lap and then she's gonna shoot herself and then she like wakes up and she's not under control. Like the way she just pushes him off of her, like, get this fucking guy off, fuck this guy, like get him off of me. Like there was no second thought about it, getting him away from her. Like the little shit like that they did. Like I don't know if they did it on purpose or if this is Kubricking it, but like fucking Bear eating the pills to kill himself. It's like suicides by women. It's like usually like eating pills and doing stuff like that because they don't want to leave a mess. Like it's a psychological thing where guys will just like hop in front of a fucking train. Like, so like in the beginning of the movie, they talk about how he gets like a fucking fruity drink at the bar. It's like, well, that's a very feminine thing for you to do. So it's like, some people like Kubricking and that stuff. Like you can deep dive the shit out of this movie and find like different things like that. And I think that's like a test to how well it was written. Like,
yeah, I think that's all just
all things.
It's all just evidence of like the guy's fatal flaw, which was he was never brave enough or whatever to like just do the right thing, which is the hard thing oftentimes, is to expose your feelings to the woman you love, even though you don't know if she feels the same way. If things are going bad and the only way to save this girl that you love is to kill yourself, do it in the brutal, instant way by shooting yourself in the head. He's thinking about it the whole time, but he's not brave enough to do it. He takes coward's way out, right? It's not really, but he does, and he was going to renege on it. That's like kind of the whole reason he probably takes the pills, is because he's like, maybe I'll fucking stick my hands on it. There's no doing that with a gunshot. Mm-hmm. It's just that, and he even tried to do it, but she makes the wish to presumptively be as obsessed with her as he is with him, and it ends up taking his life because he can't finish the job. And it's just, I mean, anything about the film you could talk about. There's reasoning for it, and that's like how well written and tight the story is.
His narcissism and everything throughout it, like, hey, he wants everybody else to look at him. Like, that's why he never tells anybody about like what's going on at home. Like, his girlfriend's like taping the fucking doors shut and feeding him fucking his dead cat and like shitting and pissing all over herself. Like, but he never tells anybody any of this stuff because he's like, he wants everybody to think he's normal and everything, but everybody to think that like he's great, even though he's fucking not. So it's like all about his own image of himself, like how other people are thinking of him the whole time.
Well, there is reasons for that, right? Like, he's not telling Ian everything because Ian is obsessed with Nikki's character. They're hooking up on and off.
Well, he doesn't know that until the end, though. Like, even like what she's
Bear
like,
doesn't figure that out. But Ian, the whole time that Bear is in the relationship with Nikki, is trying to end the relationship because he wants to be with her. But she doesn't. She says
like this shit, like
super casual.
Like Nikki feeding him the cat. Like, that's something like, hey, I'd probably tell somebody about that. Or like, hey, like I went to leave and my door was taped shut. Like, I'd probably tell like a mental health professional about that. Like, something like that. But like, he never does because he just wants everybody to look at him like, hey, he's like normal. Like, Bear's a normal guy. He's a great guy. Look at him. Like, look at him and Nikki. They're so great together. And
Bear, I think Bear as the character is fully redeemable as a person. Even though he has flaws, he's fully redeemable up until the point that she is near the middle to end of the movie where she reveals that as he's going to see Sarah, he's sneaking out. She's like, kill me, Bear. Like, do it. Like, please do it. You've never been with me, Bear. I'm not, and all of that stuff. And then he doesn't like be like, oh, how can I help you? He's like, what would be so bad about being with me? Yeah. He doesn't care. And that's where he's just like over the edge. Because everything, like, obviously the most graphic scene probably in the film for most people is the rape scene, right? Where she's completely disassociative and he's going to town. But he doesn't know that. His character doesn't know that is going on because he's having sex or what he thought was. It's just that so I go to say, like, he is a redeemable guy up until that point. And then everything else is just like, you're a bad.
Well, even like before that, like when they're like, "Oh, do you want to like cancel your wish?" He's like, "No, I just want to change it." Like he knows that like it's a wish and that she has no control, and he's like, "Oh, I just want to change the wish. I don't want to cancel it. Like, I still want to be in control here." Like, that's another point. Or like,
yeah, but he says we don't do that.
Like, yeah, well, yeah, he said, but Bear,
and then he does ask to cancel. He's like, we don't do that either.
Yeah, but like he gave him the option. Hey, if he said he wanted to cancel it, like he would look like a good guy. But he's like, no, I just want to change it. Like, I still want to be in control of this. And also, like, there's a point when like before he eats the dead cat, like the pictures, one of them says "not me" on the bottom of it, which is like the real Nikki saying it wasn't her, and like he notices that and like just ignores it. Like there's a lot of points when like he knows like what he's doing.
Yeah, like he should have been, but I think that you can explain or you can at least give him the argument that he actually isn't fully sold, that it's not real. Every piece of evidence amounts up to it, but she tells him, "I've never been with you," and he like that's when he fully knows, and then she fully reveals after she kills Sarah that like, yeah, dude, you made the wish, you're stuck here, and then it's over. Anyways,
movie.
Great picture, but so is the Odyssey. Odyssey's an all-time film too, so go out and see both these films. Support good movies. That's how more get made.
Support theaters. Like keep fucking movie theaters open. Like I think that's something that we need to do more of because like this streaming service is great. Like, hey, I had a couple drinks, I want to hang out at the house and like watch a movie. That's great. Like, if a new movie comes out in theaters and you have the option to go watch it, like support your local movie theater because that's where movies are the best.
Absolutely. And I'm an AMC Stubs A-list member, dude. I pay $25 a month. And I try to use it. But
yeah, out there at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of getting out there, we do have one film to wrap up Independence Month before we reveal the Chris Nolan month for August list. But for Independence Day month, the last...
We got one more after this, right?
Oh, yeah, we do have one more. Yeah. I wish this was the last.
Just thinking about Nolan right now.
What did we pick for the last one?
Nick Cage.
Oh, yeah, Jesus.
Stealing the Declaration of Independence.
Yes, but anyways, this week was Grown Ups 2010. In 1978, 5 childhood friends win their junior high school basketball championship to celebrate at a rented lakeside cottage. 3 decades later, they reunite and mourn the death of their old coach. Their lives have all changed, and they are different people. But it's essentially just Adam Sandler, Kevin James, Chris Rock, David Spade, and Rob Schneider having a great vacation weekend during the 4th of July on a lake in Massachusetts. It's literally, I was going to go into a plot analysis, but that's the knock on the film, right? There's no fucking plot.
It's a vibe movie is what it is. I mean, they shot it, I think, in New Hampshire, and they shot it at Water Whiz in Wareham, which I've been to, which is maybe that's another reason why I love it so much, but
it's very New England, like our neck of New England heavy film.
Yeah, it's star-studded fucking cast, like comedy legends across the board. Then you got like Salma Hayek as his wife, and
Maya Rudolph, Steve Buscemi, Colin Quinn, name. Tim Meadows, Blake Clark. You even got fucking
Norm,
Dan Patrick.
Dan Patrick, he loves being in Sandler movies too. He's always fucking them.
Sandler's just made a lot of friends.
Just like pops up for like one scene. He doesn't even say anything. You wouldn't even know it was him unless you like were looking for him, which I was the whole movie because I just happened to see that he was on there because I've already seen the movie 100 times.
Yeah, the cast is actually stacked here. Like the cast is
crazy stacked. And then the second one, they just bumped it up another fucking notch too, which is crazy.
Yeah, but that one was like it's even less of a plot. But shout out to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah, man. I mean, Steve, I'll toss you the rock and clear out for you. This is your film.
I mean,
let's hear it. Why do you love this film? Favorite scenes? Favorite bits?
I mean, this film is just screams New England. Like I just love like everything about that. Like a lake house in the summer in New England. Like I don't think there's like a better place in the world than like you got your whole family, all your friends are there. Like the way the guys talk to each other throughout the movie just reminds me of talking with like you guys and like my friends just bullshit and like giving each other shit for the dumbest stuff. Like fucking just shitting on each other for fucking, it's like, oh, that's my buddy. I've known him forever. Like it's just such a good vibes movie. It always puts me in a good mood. There's not really a reason for it to put me in as good of a mood as it does. Like I know all the jokes that are coming. I've seen this movie 100 times. They still make me fucking laugh every time. Like, fucking when they're talking about he took us to go buy our swimsuits at a place called Naughty and Nice. He said it was the only place that's open, and he's like, the only place that's open for swimsuits in the summer.
And then Rob Schneider's low-key cooking in this film. Rob Schneider's cooking in this film.
The other daughter comes around and she's like dressed up like a 20s, like in the water polo thing. Is like, we got my fucking bathing suit at
Stop and Shop. And then all the guys are like, oh, that makes sense.
I piss myself laughing at that fucking part every fucking time. It's so funny. Like this movie is just hilarious, like top to bottom. Like it's even the jokes that miss, you're like, all right, I see where they were going with that one. Like, that was good.
I mean, Steve Buscemi is just, he's the funniest part of this film. Every scene he's in is hilarious because he's just such a fucking goofball and such a weird dude, but he's actually a great actor.
Unbelievable.
He's very good. Shout out to Colin Quinn. Love Colin Quinn too, being like the main bad guy, weirdly.
Yeah, like the quote unquote bad guy that like, he was just like a rival basketball player. Get the kid some boss water.
Boss water. Yeah, man, this is a great vibes film for sure. It's like a warm comfort blanket. It ain't a great movie. It is like I just remember the shit out of this film, like every scene, because I've seen it so much. And it is like, there is decent comedy in here. There's a lot of cheeseball shit in it too, don't get me wrong. But it is, like you said, it's just a good time on a lake in New England with like 5 very funny dudes and a supporting cast that's very funny as well. Yeah, and tangentially related to July 4th.
Yeah.
The water was at a lake in New England.
That's true. We all probably were at some point this summer. The water was scene back in the day was definitely a big to-do because we all, like you were saying, I feel like that was like my yearly birthday being a summer kid. I was go there, and then they kind of shut it down for a sec, but it was worth it because we all knew that an Adam Sandler movie was happening there. Built the zip line for it just for that one thing that can never fly ever as a safety issue. Like,
how was that ever legal?
The most
having kids dangle over. Yeah, you have to like pray the kids don't let go like in the first 5 seconds, or they're just dead.
They have the upper body strength to hold their body. You know?
Yeah, you're not slipping off like because your fucking hands are all wet.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I could do it, and I'm a grown adult man with relative upper body strength. Like,
no, I could never do it.
And they do the Pirates plunge too. Like I remember. I didn't rewatch in this watch, like as I told you, but did they have a Pirates plunge scene? I think I just remember like some of the rides that I remember being a kid being in it, and I was like, that's fucking crazy.
There is a Pirates plunge, I think.
They have the
is that the one where the thing tips over and it like?
No, it's the straight down one.
Yeah, you just, they did that one.
Get in the.
That's where Norm Macdonald popped up and he just showed off his fucking full ass.
So his bathing suit goes way up his ass crack like a pair of like booty shorts on a chick.
And he just never says anything, and unless you're looking for him, like you would never know it's Norm Macdonald. It's just like, all right, cool, he's gonna get a quick little paycheck just for fucking one scene. Took him 5 minutes to do.
Incredibly relatable, because that was always the fear going down that ride, is that you're fucking like you'd always quickly like freaking shove your shorts down because it would just make you ride up. That was very relatable.
It does go right up your fucking right up your nethers. This film was made for $80 million, and I imagine that was like amongst the cast because there's, they filmed at Water Whiz and on a lake for a week.
There's no there's no stunt doubles really. Like there's no.
It did make $1.4 million back, so it fucking made his money back more. Hence why they made another one with a bigger more stacked cast.
Great tunes in the movie too. Like all yacht rock.
Sandler does have good tunes in his movies. Even like That's My Boy, which is another one of these films that I fucking love that is crappy, has an unbelievable soundtrack. 80s like rock, like pop rock, and then like yacht rock. A lot of great shit.
It's a sketch of tune fucking guy over here.
I did want to bring that up, but it's on a sad note. Unfortunately, there are two like people who are no longer with us. Cameron Boyce, one of Sandler's sons, passed relatively young. He passed in 2019 at the age of 20. Sad stuff. Had a seizure in his sleep. And then that guy, Saskatoon, Alec Musser, unfortunately took his own life in 2024 at the age of 50. Tough. To end a funny movie on a sad note, but the Saskatoon guy is fucking all time for me. Top 5. Those teasers.
They're fucking doing they're drinking the water. Oh, my wife jumped on me today. What the fuck was up with that? Yeah, where's Saskatoon? Yeah, I don't know,
dude. I don't know.
You didn't think it was weird that both your wives were like, "Hey, we're pretend you're from Saskatoon." And then they're like Rob Schneider and the old lady doing it.
Yeah.
They never explained why fucking David Spade was scared of turtles. I don't know if there was supposed to be like something else in there. Like at the very end when he's running away from Rob Schneider, he goes to like jump up on the thing. He goes to jump in the water and there's a turtle there and he's all freaked out by the turtle, like a little box turtle. It's like...
Oh, do you remember on a side note with Spade's character? He's like the drunk, goofy party, single in his 50s guy, right? Who's like asleep on the couch and he's shit-faced drunk asleep. And then Sandler and I think after they talk about Saskatoon, they're like messing with him as he's sleeping. And they're joking about how like his mom's boyfriend like touched him as a kid. And it's like,
that was another
hilarious joke, dude. That's fucking horrible.
That was another part that they cut out of like the Netflix one. Because like it goes straight from like the bird flapping in his face to him like crying. Like, oh, he's crying. So it never made sense to me because I never watched like the full one before this. I only watched the ones like on Netflix. So I was like, why the fuck is he crying about the bird being on his face? That seems like a weird jump. And then all of a sudden, like I watched this one, I was like, oh, that's why he's fucking crying at his sleep.
It's just like, my friend was molested as a show. Let's make fun of him for it. It's a bit dark. But whatever.
They definitely had like. They definitely had. I noticed for the first time ever that like Adam Sandler and Salma Hayek never actually kissed in this movie. Like,
I mean, Salma Hayek. Good lord, I'd be fighting for that in the production meetings if I was Sandler.
I mean, like it must have been either Salma Hayek or fucking Adam Sandler, or maybe one of their significant others was like, no, we're not doing this. Like, because Adam Sandler's wife always has a small part in all of his films. Like
his wife was in this.
And this one, it was like the guy who goes to steal the fucking
cannoli.
The cannoli from. You just take a cannoli from your daughter. It's from
He's like, it's from Vigilio's. Leave me alone. It's such a mass dude. Like what a guy from Massachusetts would say.
Well, you made me spill my freaking beer. And that's fucking...
Why are you such a dink? Yeah.
So I don't know. I just noticed that for the first time this time, like the end scene during the fireworks when they kiss, like he just kisses her on the cheek. Like they make it look like he's gonna kiss her, but then like, he just kisses her on the cheek. So I was like, oh, that was obviously something between them.
He well, weirdly enough, I read somewhere that he fought for her to be in the film because when he pegged her, they pushed the studio pushed back, being like, you should have like a not so ethnic wife, dude, and Salma Hayek. And he fought to have her in the film. So I don't know what that was about, if there was tension there, but she is in the second one. So
maybe a kiss.
Assuming she's probably going to be in the third one too, because they have.
Are they making another one?
They are. I am very excited. As you can
wow, dude, you're on the come up. Good for you.
He's on the pulse,
boy.
I might watch all three back to back to back in one day. Who knows?
Sandler gave the five guys, the five leads, Maseratis on the premiere night as a gift.
Really? What a fucking guy.
What a baller move, dude.
Got your payday, got your Maserati. It's not like those guys will Rob Schneider's hurt for money now because he's a fucking dick for brains, but not like they were
not watching his specials.
There's always one, dude. There's always one fucking.
It's fucking brutal. It's so fucking
It's
bad.
so weird because he's so fucking funny in these films. He's always one of the funniest parts in any Sandler film. 51st Dates as Hula, he's fucking hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
He's almost
doing recognizable in that too.
That weird Freaky Friday type movie was good back in the day. Remember he was in that? I remember that as a kid.
Oh yeah,
when he was the girl,
like a teenage girl. All of a sudden, that was.
Oh, what the fuck is that movie called? It was on Comedy Central all the time.
Yeah, I know. I definitely seen it a lot. And I think it's an interesting spin because I think like the person that he traded with is like an absolute scumbag. Like it's not like the Freaky Friday, it's just like the mom and daughter. It's like a scumbag and bad guy and then a teenage girl. It's like way different.
That's the thing. See, you gotta appreciate Sandler. He just pays his boys. Gotta respect him for that.
What's the guy? I'll look up his name right now.
The Hot Chick is the movie you're thinking of.
The Hot Chick. Of course, they fucking named it that.
Starring Rachel McAdams, who is a hot chick. Yeah, Steve, rated out of 5.
Give me 1 second to find this fucking guy's name.
For who?
Jonathan Loughran. That's the guy's name. The guy that's got the one fucking cross eye.
Oh, yeah.
He's in all of his fucking movies. Like that,
I remember him in Happy Gilmore for sure.
Get him fucking paid too. Oh, and another part that makes me laugh every fucking time is fucking when the nanny is like studying and like Salma Hayek's like, "Are you gonna fucking help or like what?" And he's like, "I don't know. He keeps giving me books, study for a test." And she's like, "What test?" She's like, "I don't know. He keeps giving me fucking books."
that running gag was pretty funny throughout the film. But how he didn't want to admit to having a
nanny
pair or whatever
because he was like, "Oh, I don't want to look like I'm too big time for them or whatever." It's like, dude, like
there's no real plot there. Of course,
you live in Hollywood. Like it's established immediately that you're like the biggest agent in Hollywood in the first 5 minutes of the show. Like, and I think he's talking to Sandy, which I think is like another one of the characters from another movie he did. Sandy Wexler. I'm assuming
Sandy Wexler he did play a character named Sandy Wexler. I think the film is just called Wexler.
Yeah, I think that might just be
Sandy.
Being fucking. That might be me reaching for straws that I don't know anything about. But
your Galaxy brain in it, rated out of 5 stars.
5 stars, baby, 5 stars. I'd give it more if I could because this movie just. It doesn't matter what the fuck is going on in my life. I can put this movie on and I'm in a better mood by the time it's done. Yeah,
I figured it was gonna be 5 stars. Jacob, I know you didn't rewatch it, but you've seen it. What would you rate out of 5?
Earmuffs, Steve. Probably like a 3.
3? Wow. You thought you were being mean. Holy shit. I'm not gonna be that mean either. It's like a 2.5. I think it's 2.5. Yeah, 2.5. It's still not really
on a film scale, or you rate this on a fucking movie scale?
I was gonna say, like, that's a pretty good rating for, like, we're saying it as like kind of no plot. It's just kind of jokes. It's pretty good. Honestly, 3 out of 5 for that is pretty high.
I mean, we watch other movies with no plot, and they got higher than that. Like, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood doesn't have a fucking plot. It's just fucking shit's happening.
That's crazy. Don't. Now you're going out. You're going too far. Once Upon a Time, of course, has a fucking plot, and is one of the better films ever made. Tough comparison there, Chief. It's just like the one thing that is redeemable about this is like it's just the vibe and it's funny. It's not that much of a movie.
It's the best movie.
It's like Jackass, but with a script.
It gets a heart. Jackass is like, Jackass. I don't even know how I'd rate Jackass. I loved every Jackass. I'd either be like 5 stars or none because it's not a film, really.
No.
It's just, either way, the difference maker for me on my letterbox is that I give it a star rating. And no matter what, I can like a film if it's a shitty, like if it's got 2 stars or 1 star, whatever. Like I'll write why I don't think it works as a film, but if I like it, I'll put the heart next to it. And my own weird film nerd thing. So this one gets a heart. Grown Ups 2 does not get a heart.
Grown Ups 2 is a little bit tougher of a watch. I would definitely give you that.
Yeah. So it's a good vibe. It's Sandler. He prints money, and it does make me feel good and brings me back to a nicer time or whatever. But it has its flaws. It's fine. He made a ton of money. He doesn't care what I think, but I'm sure he'd love to hear what you think. Why you think it's one of the best films ever made. So that is Grown Ups. And to wrap up Independence Day month for films is National Treasure 2004, Nicolas Cage. He's stealing the Declaration of Independence. Self-explanatory. And if you pay attention to American politics, that shit was stolen a long time ago. Well, that's your constitutional rights. Either way, different document. I digress. 2004, National Treasure. And then we will move on to Chris Nolan month, which is going to be a stacked month of films. So obviously, we're going to lead off with Oppenheimer. Not to commemorate the droppings of the little man and fat boy or whatever, fat man and little boy on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It is just so happens to coincide with those dates. Then we got Tenet, then we got Memento, and we wrap the month with The Prestige. We're not doing the Odyssey, obviously. I've seen it. Jacob is going to see it. Steve does not go to theaters because he's a very busy man, and we understand that. So that will be Chris Nolan month. And obviously next week, if anything happens sports-wise, Steve, will you not be here for next week's episode? Do I have that wrong?
Well, we could do it Wednesday.
Depends on the day that we film. If we film Wednesday, and if we film Thursday, then I'll have something nice to listen to, which I can listen to you guys talking about it, which would make me happy either way.
Yeah, so we'll shoot for Wednesday, but either way, we'll let you know. We'll keep you updated. This has been the Banner Report. As always, like and subscribe. We love you.
Love you guys.
Love you, gang. Go Sox.
Peace. Go Sox.
Talk good.